Hi guys, how are you doing? I trust you have been well. Today is one of those days where I didn't plan to make this video, but it just occurred to me that I could say something to those who watch me. And the thing that has come to my mind is just how a lot of times we live our lives to chance. We just do things anyhow. We make decisions off the top of our heads. A lot of us who know that we are spontaneous, there are times to just make decisions spontaneously without thinking through, without asking questions, without running those things by God, and then we expect to have good results. And fortunately, sometimes people do have good results, but down the line, if you are being truthful, we'll remember that that decision that I made spontaneously the other day, even though it worked out in the immediate, but overall at the end of the day now, it seems like it was a wrong decision overall. What I'm trying to say is that decisions we make regarding our lives should not just be made randomly, shouldn't just be spontaneous. Like you're making a decision regarding your career, regarding getting a new job, moving into a new job, a new role entirely, a new career, or trying to move from one city to another, or you're trying to make new friends, you just want to have new friends, and you just decide that I'm gonna make friends with anybody I see around me, or people walk up to me, or people come to me, anybody, anyway, anyhow goes. People are saying, Florida is the place where it's happening. Let me go to Florida, and then you pack up one day and then you decide, Florida, here I come. Life doesn't work that way. Life really doesn't work that way. And like I earlier said, it might actually work for you in the immediate, but at the end of the day, you might realize that that is a huge mistake. And the other thing that got me thinking about this is what is happening right now in the United States of America. A lot of you know, in case you're not aware, we have a new president, the 47th president of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump. He came into office, and the exact same day he got into office as the 47th president, he made a lot of executive orders, over 40 of them. And these orders have changed a lot of people's lives, immigration-wise, career-wise, family-wise, gender identity-wise. It made a lot of changes, and it's more like the whole nation is in pandemonium. People are running helter-skelter. Everybody is trying to be safe, and people are losing their jobs. Positions that were once real big deals are being wiped out. Things are just changing. Like it's like nothing is constant. So you can imagine having a life where you just make decisions off the top of your head spontaneously without running it by God. It's tricky. What I'm saying in essence is that because life is not guaranteed, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is promised for tomorrow, why don't you then run your plans by God? Actually, let me take that back. It's not really about your plans. Why don't you ask God what the plans are for your life? In every single area, of course, there are some decisions you have to make by yourself, like, okay, what do you want to eat, the shoe you want to wear, the clothes you want to put on. Even though some people don't ask God about those. Yeah, I know people who ask God about shoes to wear. I know folks who ask God about clothes to wear, but I mean, that is just a different thing entirely. But what I'm trying to say is that for key things pertaining to our lives, like our career, like the next job to take, the next place to move to, the type of house to buy, the type of car to buy, the kind of friends to make, the kind of family to raise, the kind of people to bring into our lives, all those kind of very important life-altering decisions, life-changing decisions. We need to run them by God always. This Trump era has actually made me to understand that we need to run things by God. Yes, we need to run things by God. Imagine you're just moving from one job. Let's say you got a federal government job last year and you're all pumped and super excited, and then this year a new government comes in and says some positions within the federal government are being yanked off, and you're one of those people. What do you do at that point in time? Did you run it by God? Did you ask God in the first place? Nobody is above mistake. We make mistakes sometimes, but now that we have a good knowledge of who God is, and now that we know that God wants to be a big part of our life, if not the entirety of our lives, God actually wants to be the only major person we run our lives by, we run decisions by, we make decisions through. Never ever ever make that mistake of wanting to do things by yourself. Never make that mistake of wanting to make key decisions about your life by yourself. It can be very dangerous. My advice would be that don't limit decisions that you run by God to the key things or the critical things. Let every decision be made by God for you. For ladies, even the hairstyle you want to make, you can ask God, Daddy, choose for me. What hairstyle do you want me to make? Yeah. Businesses, investment, you want to go into investment with anybody? Ask God first. Is this person the right person to invest with? Should I even go into the business? Should I make that sort of decision with my money? Always run everything by God. It's better to ask God to make those plans for you than making those plans yourself and then running into losses and then running back to God and starting all over again. So why don't you save yourself the stress by asking God first about what you should do and letting Him give you answers so that you can avoid a life of pain and trauma. That's all I have for you guys. Like I said, this wasn't planned, so this is just a random video on a random day for you guys. So we'll see you again. It's from your girl, Miss Rejoice. Bye guys.